I'm Marcus Miller. This is Two Devils with a Mic.
And I'm Logan Sturgeon.
And I just want to talk today about what it's like to, be going into the senior year, and for those of you that are juniors getting ready to go for the next step, and which I'll have Logan give some insight on,
Mm-hmm.
and me going from, finally walking out of the building and not coming back, going to senior year, leaving and going to college, me as a senior, Logan as a junior. So it's going to be less of, I don't know, what we're going to say, not so informative today. We're just kind of going to,
We're just gonna talk.
yeah, share the experiences,
Yeah.
don't always need a guest.
I feel like this would be a good podcast for the underclassmen, like the sophomores, the freshmen, really getting an insight into the high school realm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, junior year for you has probably been pretty hard. I mean, at least it was for me. God,
Yeah,
it's, it's probably the hardest year.
the work it's been there, but there's also your fun times. There's a lot of perks with your junior year. You're finally getting up in the high school ranks. I mean, you understand more. There was a lot of question marks the first 2 years, and now I feel like I just start to understand like the system a little bit better of school.
And prom's yours. You guys get that
Mm-hmm.
prom king.
Which also comes with stress having to plan all that.
Yeah,
It sucks, but it's definitely worth it whenever you get to see the final results.
which fundraising is important for
Yeah.
future classes.
Mm-hmm.
Know that.
Fundraising definitely.
Um, but I feel like junior year was difficult school wise.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a lot of good memories that went with it, and then going from that to my senior year, it's it's just a big difference. I wouldn't quite call it an adjustment. You go from stressing all the time junior year, not that you hate it all the time, but it's a lot of work, to senior where it's pretty smooth sailing. You're just finishing up what you were doing all year, um, junior, and just going from that. And
I'd say one of the big thing is finding if like for me, I'm a 3 sport athlete, so every season I'm doing something new, and it's just finding that work sport balance to where I have all my work done, I got everything I need to do, but also still being there for my team and performing at a high level. I mean, it's hard to find the perfect balance.
which that's something that even carries into senior year, because you could take a lot of easier routes. Like I took a semi easy route. I don't have a lot of classes. I do take an honors English, just stuff like that. See, that's the thing. Depending on what you want to do in life, there's a lot of different routes you can take your senior year. It's very independent. You could take all the honors classes, you could take sub, or you could take none. Like I
Mm-hmm.
only take some. It's pretty easy for me. You got kids that are only here 3 periods a day.
Mm-hmm. Work release.
Yeah, work
That's a
release.
very if you use it right, it's a very useful, very useful thing that we can offer here at Lisbon,
Yeah, because we got rid of like official early dismissal and delayed start a
which I
while
do not
ago.
agree with. But
No, neither
I
neither
mean,
do I.
hey, it's we can't change. I mean, we could probably write a pretty strong, get a lot
Argument,
of
yeah.
the argument, but
Uh,
hey, we can't worry about that right
I mean,
now.
that's just how things go.
Yeah.
Only have as much power as they give us.
Mhm.
But yeah, moving on with that, like I advise, honestly, you don't like school, you don't like being here, take CCP. There's those kids that are literally here 1 period a day because they took college credit plus,
Mhm.
um, throughout their high school. And if you plan to go to college,
Definitely. Yeah.
save you some money.
I know my brother's girlfriend and my cousin, they're ready to graduate, and they just graduated 3 years ago. They only had to do 3 years of college because they did CCP through their high school. And I mean, that just gives you a step ahead of everything. You only have to do so many years of college. I mean, it's just so helpful if you use it in the right ways. Everything here is so helpful if you just use it how it's meant to be used.
Yeah, and there's a lot of unclear things, and honestly, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, teachers are great, but I think the best people to ask for advice is your upperclassmen,
Oh, for sure.
or even people that have went through it before, because there's things that, like, I know now as a senior that I wish I would have known when I was a sophomore freshman.
Definitely, definitely.
But no, really, I mean, going into senior year, it's a big thing. It's a big adjustment in its own way. Not necessarily the classwork, but just knowing that, like,
It's over.
Yeah, you're right around the corner to real
Mm-hmm.
life. College, trade, whatever you're gonna do, it's right there, and it's kind of just an interesting thought whenever I really get to think about it. But
Yeah.
and then I'm actually there. Last I think we got 2 weeks left.
Yeah, 2 weeks after this.
So I it's
It's
a
definitely, I mean, being a junior going into senior year, it's weird because you feel like, I still feel like I'm a freshman. Like, I feel like I just got here. Like, I should still be working my way up. But yet again, I'm going into my senior year. I'm big dog. Like,
I
as the
know.
teachers say, you're big dog at the school now. And it's really weird. It's a funny feeling.
I remember when I was a freshman and I had some senior friends, and like to feel like I'm at where they're at now. Like I feel so young, like
Hmm.
compared to that. Like I remember looking at them and thinking, wow,
They got it together.
yeah, those guys are old. These guys are grown adults. And now I'm here and I'm like, wow, not much changed.
Hmm.
Still don't have a
Definitely.
clue about life and just gonna try to figure it out. But
Hmm.
I don't know. More of the story is take senior year for what it is.
Hmm.
Enjoy it because
Don't think too much about it.
because life will get stressful.
Hmm.
Um, it really will. But right now is probably the least amount of stress you're gonna have.
Enjoy it. I feel like that's one thing I'm really gonna do during my senior year is just try to cherish every moment and just enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Spend time with those friends because after you graduate, who knows who you're gonna see still.
Hmm.
You might not talk to people you've known your whole life, and that's just how life is. So
Yeah.
enjoy it. Enjoy not having so much stress. Enjoy your friends. Spend time with them, and yeah, have a good year.
Hmm.
This has been Two Devils with a Mic. I'm Marcus Miller.
And I'm Logan Sturgeon.
Thank you.
Thank you.